Once upon a time in ancient Egypt, there lived a revered high priest named Amun. Amun was known throughout the land for his wisdom and devotion to the gods. His life was dedicated to maintaining the sacred traditions and rituals that kept the favor of the gods upon the people. As he grew older, he became increasingly aware of his own mortality and sought to ensure that his passage into the afterlife would be as smooth and dignified as possible. One evening, Amun had a vision in his sleep. The god Anubis, the guardian of the dead, appeared to him, explaining the secrets of mummification, the sacred process that would preserve his body for eternity. Amun awoke with a profound sense of purpose. He knew he must prepare himself meticulously for the journey to the afterlife. With the help of his trusted apprentices, Amun began the preparations. He chose a secluded temple by the Nile, where the rituals would take place undisturbed. The first step was to cleanse his body thoroughly in the sacred waters of the river. Next, his apprentices made a small incision on his left side to remove the internal organs, which were washed and placed in canopic jars, each protected by a deity. Amun's heart, believed to be the seat of the soul, was left inside his body, for he would need it during the weighing of the heart ceremony in the afterlife. His brain was removed through the nose using a hooked instrument, a delicate and precise task performed with great reverence. His body was then covered with natron, a natural salt, to desiccate it. For 40 days, his form lay undisturbed, as the moisture was drawn out, leaving it perfectly preserved. During this time, his apprentices chanted prayers and made offerings to the gods, asking for their blessings. Once the 40 days had passed, Amun's body was washed again and wrapped in fine linen. Each layer of linen was accompanied by protective amulets and inscribed with spells from the Book of the Dead, ensuring his safe passage through the underworld. The final touch was a golden mask crafted in his likeness, placed over his face. As the sun set on the final day of preparations, Amun's mummified body was placed inside a richly decorated sarcophagus. His apprentices carried the sarcophagus to a grand tomb they had built in his honor, filled with treasures, food, and scrolls to aid him in the afterlife. With the last rays of the sun casting a golden glow, the high priest's tomb was sealed. His apprentices knelt in silent prayer, knowing that Amun's journey to the afterlife had begun. In the stillness of the desert night, they felt a deep sense of fulfillment, having honored their master with the sacred rites he had taught them. And so, Amun's spirit traveled through the underworld, guided by the spells and protections laid upon him, until he reached the Hall of Ma'at. There, his heart was weighed against the feather of truth. Finding it pure and light, the gods welcomed him into the eternal paradise of the Field of Reeds, where he would dwell forever in peace and joy, his body preserved for all time, a testament to the sacred art of mummification. Since then, ancient Egyptians believed in an afterlife when someone died. Mummification helped someone reach the afterlife, as they believed that an afterlife could only exist if there was a form the Ka soul could repossess after death. Egyptians believed that the only way to do this was if the body was recognizable. This is why they spent so long on the process of mummification, and why pharaohs began the building of their tombs during their lifetimes. The chief embalmer was a priest wearing a mask of Anubis. Anubis was the jackal-headed god of the dead. He was closely associated with mummification and embalming. Hence, priests wore a mask of Anubis.
Step 1.
Insert a hook through a hole near the nose and pull out part of the brain. Step 2. Make a cut on the left side of the body near the tummy. Step 3. Remove all internal organs. Step 4. Let the internal organs dry. Step 5. Place the lungs, intestines, stomach, and liver inside canopic jars. Step 6. Place the heart back inside the body. Step 7. Rinse inside of body with wine and spices. Step 8. Cover the corpse with natron salt for 70 days. Step 9. After 40 days, stuff the body with linen or sand to give it a more human shape. Step 10. After the 70 days, wrap the body from head to toe in bandages. Step 11. Place in a sarcophagus a type of box like a coffin.